welcome back to my channel. This is Lindy, aka Paleo Barbie. I am about to freeze, so that's why I'm in all this garb on the couch. I did a little bit of meal prep today. I wanted to show you guys what I made to prep for the rest of the week. I've just found with 75 hard that I'm doing that it is just much easier to have some things made already that will help out, even if it's just for some days and some of the meals, like for lunches and things like that. So because after 2 workouts a day, you are tired, and so and sore and all the things. So especially if you are someone, even if you're not doing 75 hard, but I mean, if you're someone who has a lot to do, like you have a 12-hour shift job, or you have kids, and I had grandkids today, so I don't get a lot done when they're here, so I understand. But anyways, I like to have some things that are easy to do, easy to grab, helps make your life a little bit easier. So that being said, let's get on with this is the short meal prep video, but let's get on with the video. Alright guys, so one of the first things I'm going to do for meal prep today is I'm going to cook some chicken tenderloins and make them into my blackened chicken recipe, my copycat from Popeyes. This is my seasoning. I already have it mixed up. The recipe for this is on my recipe playlist, and it will be in my cookbook. So the cookbook is almost done, guys, so hopefully soon. I just need to finish the cover and set up a website, so we'll get that as soon as it's done. I'll let y'all know. But this is we're just gonna put some avocado oil on them, both sides, and liberally put the blackened seasoning all over both sides, and then cook it on 375 until the chicken is done. So let me get this started. Alright, oil is on both sides, seasoning on both sides. Now it's going to go in the oven, 375, usually about 20 minutes, depends on your oven. Just make sure the internal temperature is 165 of your chicken. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cook up this ground beef. Part of it will be for tonight for tacos, and then I'm going to freeze the other half of it for my spicy ground beef and broccoli lunches for next week. And that way it will make it nice and easy. So I'm going to go ahead and open these up and get these cooking. Also I put my own homemade taco seasoning on them. I don't put the store-bought. Alright, so I'm using Redmond salt, pepper, some paprika, some chili powder, garlic powder, onion powder, cumin, and chili lime from Trader Joe's. There's a cumin. And then since I've just been starting out using this, I'm going to go ahead and add some of the spicy Danos seasoning to it as well. So I'm going to add all my spices and go ahead and brown this up. Here I am prepping some bone broth. I've got some steak bones and some turkey bones in here. I think a couple pork bones. And I've put apple cider vinegar, real salt, and pepper. I'm also going to put some garlic and some bay leaf, and then I'm chopping up a couple stalks of celery, about 3 or 4, and 1 onion. I usually put 1 carrot as well, but I'm out of carrots, so I'm not going to have the carrot this time. No biggie. And then I cook it, fill it with water, and cook it for 120 minutes on manual in the Instant Pot. Alright, everything's in the pot. I'm going to go ahead and put the lid on it and cook it for 120 minutes on manual. Once it's done, I do a quick release, or you can do a slow release, it doesn't matter. And then you're going to let it cool enough that you can handle it, because you want to get this out of here, and then we'll be straining it into a colander to get the bones and vegetables out of it, to just put the broth in jars. If you have cheesecloth, put cheesecloth in your colander before you do it, because that helps to get any of the little bits out. But I'm out, and we don't really mind the little bits, so I'm going to go ahead and get this going. There it goes. Alright, the ground beef is done. I just turned the heat off. I'm going to let it cool, and then I will put half of it away and reheat the other half for dinner tonight. Alright, checking to see if the chicken is done. I find with chicken strips I have to put one on top of the other, because it doesn't really get a good reading if you don't. Looking for 165. There we go. All right, these are good. So now we can let them cool, use them for salads, or just to eat them like this with my blackened ranch sauce or spicy mayo. All right, now that this is cooled, I'm gonna put half of it in a Ziploc bag and stick it in the freezer. If you ever find ground beef on sale for a really good price, or at a bulk store like Sam's or Costco, one way to store it is you can go ahead and cook some of it up and put it in the freezer that way. That way it's easy and convenient to pull out and use for different recipes. So I love doing that. So I'm gonna go ahead and put half of this in this Ziploc bag. All right, the broth is done, and I'm gonna let it cool, like I said, and then I'll strain it and put it into jars. All right, guys, I strained the bones and the vegetables out into this pan. Like I said, if you have cheesecloth, use that if you don't want any little bits, but they don't bother us. So this is what's left. I'm gonna throw this out and give the dog some of the meat that's in here, I guess. And then I'm gonna put them in these jars, let them cool. I'll probably stick some in the fridge and then some in the freezer. If you're going to freeze it, you want to leave a little bit of space for expansion so that it doesn't break the glass of your jar. Alright guys, I ended up with 5 jars of broth, and so now I just have to let it cool, and then we can stick it in the fridge, and then I'll put some in the freezer in the morning. Hey guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave a comment down below and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video.